I've been making YouTube content for about 18 years, and in that time, I've seen YouTube make some dumbass decisions. But asking everyone to scan in their ID to watch YouTube videos, that's the dumbest. YouTube is apparently making this change to help protect the kids. I don't know if you're aware of this, but not too long ago, the United States passed laws that required age verification for adult entertainment. Now the UK has passed the Online Safety Act, which making sure everything from adult content to horror games are being restricted in the UK because you got to protect the kids from those scary video games, don't you, kids? And of course, this led to some pretty heavy censorship for video games. Steam removed 100 different games so far, some horror themed, some adult themed, because they don't want to have to deal with this scan in your ID bullshit. So they're just going to try to not offer the type of content that would really, crucify those poor little UK children who cannot handle Five Nights at Freddy's. Personally, again, I'm not a parent, but I think it's the parent's job to protect your kid from adult entertainment or spooky video games or whatever it is that's so scary for your children. That's on you. And if you fail to do that, that's on you as a parent. But even if you do fail to do that, I grew up in a generation just filled with adult entertainment on the HBO and the scary movies and Freddy Krueger's and Friday the 13th. And you know what? I came out pretty fucked up, but most of the people in my generation came out okay. So I think it's probably okay if the occasional teenager plays Five Nights at Freddy's or sees a titty on the internet. So besides all those different websites and Steam complying to the stupid law, YouTube has decided they're going to do it as well, and they're now running this age verification. And as you can see, someone just recently got it pop up for them. So this is something we are now dealing with. And the way YouTube is doing it is extra stupid. They're not going to make everyone supply their ID to watch content, but they are going to use AI to try to determine what your age is based on your searches, the things you watch, the comments you leave, and then they'll determine whether or not you need to get hit with this. I do like the fact that the person who did get hit with this here on Reddit, they just used a VPN to bypass it, because if you're not in one of the shitty countries that's dealing with this, the UK and the US, turns out, you can still watch what you want on YouTube. And here I've got YouTube's dumbass statement where they admit they're just worried about the teenagers seeing half of a boob. Because they've already got YouTube Kids to protect the kids, and now they want to focus on the preteens and teens and make sure it's even more safe for the teenagers who might accidentally see Mortal Kombat fatality compilations. It basically, once the AI interprets that you might be a kid, you either have to provide a credit card, a scan of your face, or an ID, which is not a great plan, I feel like. I don't want YouTube having that data. They already have enough. And if you don't provide that, if they identify you as a teenager, then they're going to disable personalized advertising, which is fine. Hey, disable advertising entirely for kids. How about that? That would be fine by me. I would like it if my children, if I had children, didn't get spammed with ads all day. That seems like a good thing, YouTube. Consider that. Turning on digital well-being tools. This is stuff like, oh, would you like to take a break? You watched enough YouTube today. Oh, it's almost bedtime. Because YouTube is now your nanny for your teenage kids. Adding safeguards to recommendations, including limiting repetitive views of some kinds of content. What? Well, I had to look this up, but apparently YouTube testified in front of the US Senate, and when they did, they said they specifically wanted to target things like things that might make you feel bad about your body image or trigger body image issues, like comparing physical features or the idealized body types, certain weights or fitness levels. So that's maybe you start hurting fitness content. Is that what you're doing? This one is personal. Separately, it will also limit repeat viewings of videos that display social aggregation in the form of non-contact fights or intimidation. So Francis videos, McJuggernuggets videos, kid behind a camera videos, Karen compilations, public freakouts, just any of that. I know what they're doing. They're doing the same thing they did to us in the late 80s, early 90s. They determined that kids watching things is bad, especially if they're being entertained or especially if they're being sold products. So now they want to limit that. And YouTube wants to be the nanny, and it wants to educate and protect the children, just the same way they did with our Saturday morning cartoons. Every cartoon, including the Weird Al show, had to have a PSA to teach your kids about morality. Every episode had to have a lesson for your children. And so YouTube is now teaching other lessons about body image and about watching the same thing over and over again. Oh no, don't you dare watch people pretend to fight. That's bad too, YouTube. Oh, these kids these days, I gotta fix it. I can't say that I've watched every compilation of aggression on YouTube on the internet, but the point of McJuggernuggets videos or Kid Behind a Camera videos or Francis videos was to show you that those people were the assholes. Same with Karen compilations and public freakout compilations. The point of those videos is to make fun of the person doing it. So what are you afraid of teaching a kid there? That public freakouts are wrong, that maybe you shouldn't break your video games because you get angry at them? Is that, what is the lesson you're trying to teach, YouTube? Fix it. Now, as you can see, Reddit didn't like it. Twitter didn't like it. Nobody liked it. Nobody on social media liked it, which sucks because YouTube is, in fact, social media. So the fact that adults are going to end up getting flagged incorrectly and have to verify their ID and give over even more information to YouTube is just completely wild. And a lot of people are choosing to walk away. And here's the thing. You can blame YouTube, you can blame Steam, and that's fine. These companies are complying with the law, though. And you should really be upset with the people that pass these laws, the people that are willing to impact adults' ability to do what they want to on the internet under the guise of protecting kids. Because it's never about protecting kids. It never has been. It never will be. It's some political flex, some bullshit morality, trying to put that morality on you. You can't watch adult entertainment. You can't watch the content you want. We don't want you to. We are your keepers. We are your politicians, and we have determined that you are not allowed to do it. If you're going to be mad at anybody, don't be mad at YouTube. Be mad at the UK and US governments. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. The fact that YouTube is becoming such a lapdog to these governments and bending over backwards, not just complying with the law, but over complying so that they can teach kids a lesson. No, be mad at YouTube too. And if this is the opportunity you take to step away from YouTube and watch content on a platform that does not do this to you, I encourage that. Or download a VPN and get an ad blocker while you're at it to make sure they don't make a goddamn dime off you. Just notice this from the vlog post. You don't have to just supply your ID. There's another way to do it. You can supply a credit card because a teenager can't just get their credit card information from their parent. Interesting, YouTube. Why would you want their credit card number? Could it be for YouTube Premium? Could it be for YouTube Shop? Could it be for YouTube Super Chats and subscriptions? You think could be that? Maybe this is just a way to bypass this entire system with money. I'll bet the lawmakers will love that, lapdog. Ultimately, politicians are going to do everything they can to age gate the internet because they see a generation or two of iPad kids and they don't like it and they are afraid of it and they want to finally change that. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think it's worth the sacrifice for every adult on the planet that wants to use the internet in a way that they've always been able to use it and should be able to continue to use it just to protect a handful of kids that have bad parents. Because most parents are able to watch what their children watch. Most parents are able to take care of their kids and make sure that their kids are okay. And they don't need the nanny state to do that for them. And if you agree with that, then you should definitely let YouTube and the politicians out there that pass these stupid laws know that you are a good parent or you've chosen not to have kids and you shouldn't have to give even more identification, even more information, and even more bullshit just to use the internet to protect a handful of kids being raised by assholes. This is, of course, just another way to take away some of your freedoms without taking away your freedoms, right? All under the guise of protecting the kids. I've seen it many times in my lifetime, and I'll see it many more before I go. This is what politicians do when you let them have too much power. Don't let them. And don't forget, this will, of course, affect the way YouTube is made and created, because content creators are going to be afraid that their content will be age gated. So it will further sanitize the website to make it less entertaining and fun for you and more like television so that it doesn't offend the kids. And if you think YouTube and Steam and Nvidia and all these other companies who are bending over backwards with this age verification shit is bad, eventually it'll be all of it. Eventually it'll be all of it. They will sanitize the internet. They will lock it up behind lock and key and make sure that you don't have the freedoms you once did. In fact, they'll keep going until they silence you. Guarantee it. So put your foot down here. And I guess in the meantime, just pick your favorite YouTuber and watch one of their videos until they advertise a VPN and sign up using their code. That's the best way to get around it. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll speak with you again soon.